PBE is big.
PBE stands for the Pathfinder Bible Experience. It's simply a program where the Pathfinders have to learn vast amounts of the Bible, a whole book, and then they have to reproduce that information in a test setting along with other Pathfinders.
Each year, part of the testing, there are 4 different levels. So you start at the area level, you then have the conference level, the union level, and then the division level, which is here in the USA.
This was a very, very good turnout. We had 107, including children and adults, 107. We had 2 clubs from Stamborough, and we also had Lee Valley, 1 club from Lee Valley, and also Blessed Hope, 1 club, and 4 clubs from the Filipino International Church.
People look at us and they think, oh, it's not that deep, it's Pathfinder, it's PBE. But the thing is, for us, the amount of sacrifice and the things that we put for us to actually be able to get this far, it was like really like rewarding. It was so like, we think, wow, our hard work has brought us here, and we're so lucky to actually be given the opportunity to actually get this far.
The Pathfinder Bible Experience is a program that is at the very base level of learning. It's memorization.
You can use as a tool to help you in your everyday life. Like when you're studying PBE, it teaches you how to be organized, how to have to have priorities, and be able to set specific times to do things. So you can't procrastinate, because if you do, then you're not going to perform well to the optimum level that you want to do.
But what's happening here is that they're studying God's Word, they're building a deeper relationship with Christ, and they're memorizing whole books of the Bible. In time, they will have the Bible stored up there for the future.
Now, the experience part is that we want them to not only study it, but actually live it after they are done with this study.
FIC Osprey, Team 2 Sapphire, first place! Yay!
You know what? when we realized all 8 teams, one was like, okay, that sort of feeling, and you just got to be there. It's very hard to explain it.
We would cry, we were like emotionally
Amazing.
Coming here is an added incentive to help the children, because I had to think of a way to stimulate them, to make them want to study their Bible. And what better way it could be than to have a free trip, all expenses paid, for one team to come and take part in the division finals here and in the North American division.
There's places there of great interest. That's another thing with the PBE. We try to find places of interest for the young people to visit, and also to map it in.
And I think one of the main highlights for everybody is that the ability to visit the Adventist Church Heritage Village in Battle Creek. That was an amazing experience.
Well, it was really interesting how we got to see all the different pioneers and what they did, and how we got to see Ellen G. White's house.
I think what it really did is to drive home to the children our beginnings. And they saw the first church, the first chapel. and they went into the home of Ellen White. We went into her bedroom.
I just found it really hard to believe that it was all true, because, okay, reading Ellen G. White's book, you feel a bit distant from her, but then right when we got into her room and all of us are together, I don't know, it felt different, and then we said a prayer, and I don't know, I felt like God's presence was really there with us.
It's awesome, amazing, faith-inspiring.
In fact, everyone went to there, and it was a very somber moment. I felt a very spiritual moment, and we had stories in there how God impacted her life right there. And I think that experience really touched the lives of the children. They're actually seeing where their church that they are a part of, where it originated.
One thing that encouraged me in my faith and walk with the Lord in the Advent faith was the age of our pioneers when they came to faith. They were mostly teenagers.
The DVD where our president, Pastor Oss, was talking about catching the youth. There's a gap that's missing. And if we catch these young people, hopefully by the time they get to that age, they're not leaving the church. And they have to have that relationship with Christ. And I think basic Bible study and getting to know the Bible, getting to know Christ is a foundation. And the Bible experience, the Pathfinder Bible Experience, is a very good way of introducing and doing that.